We'll move on now to look at the arteries. In the dissections that follow, all the accompanying veins have been removed to simplify the picture. To get a good look at the artery as it runs from here to here, we need to remove pectoralis major. Now only 3 structures stand between us and it. Here's the artery, passing behind the anterior scalene muscle, behind the clavicle, and behind pectoralis minor. 3 names for one artery: subclavian, axillary, brachial. Let's see where it begins. Here's a deeper dissection with the chest wall removed. Here are the divided ends of the clavicle, the first rib with the anterior scalene muscle, and the second rib. In the middle, we're looking at the trachea and the common carotid arteries, the right and the left. On the right side, the subclavian artery arises, along with the common carotid, from the brachiocephalic trunk, which in turn arises from the arch of the aorta. On the left side, the subclavian artery arises directly from the arch of the aorta. In the early part of its course, as it passes over the dome of the pleura, the subclavian artery gives off some major branches, which we'll see in other parts of the atlas. These are the internal thoracic, the thyrocervical trunk, and the vertebral. In addition, the subclavian gives off 2 branches to the back and shoulder region. These are the transverse cervical and the suprascapular arteries. These 2 are variable. Sometimes they arise here, sometimes here. The main artery, now called the axillary, next gives off 2 branches behind pectoralis minor. They're the thoracoacromial and the lateral thoracic arteries. In the axilla, 3 more branches arise, often close together: the subscapular and the 2 circumflex humeral arteries, the anterior and the posterior. The posterior circumflex humeral winds round behind the neck of the humerus. Finally, the artery, now known as the brachial artery, passes on down the upper arm.